Thank you very much. You may be seated.
He was a man who had tremendous leadership capabilities, but at the same time he was always felt like he was on our level. He had a unique ability to make us feel like he was our friend. He was always trustworthy in what he said, and with all that, he was a legitimate humorist.
Next, Senator Bramble.
Thank you, Mr. President. We operate in a bit of a divisive environment politically at times, certainly not as much here as we do in Washington, but if we could take that example, that and his just indomitable sense of humor, I think we would all be well served.
He was a great spiritual leader. He set a great example for many of us to live our life, not only in the state of Utah, but the whole world. If we all followed the examples that President Hinckley set forth, it would be one great nation. It is truly sad, the passing of President Hinckley.
In Vernal, we had an old tabernacle that was a very historic building, some things that wondered what to do, and it was President Hinckley that came out and decided and came up with the idea of the small temples that have now scattered throughout the world. And Monticello and Vernal was the first of those two that set up that system and made that available to go out. And that's strictly just thinking outside of the box, and I hope that in this body that we can do those same things and make those decisions that are best and to improve the state.
Not too long ago, I was in the Phoenix airport, and he happened to be on a flight coming out. I was sitting next to a young man with a skateboard and long, scrungy hair, and as he came off President Hinckley came off the plane, so many people went up to meet him and recognized him and shook his hand and showed the obvious love that they have for him. And this young man that was sitting next to me said, either this man is very famous or the people in Phoenix are very friendly. And I'll never forget that experience, but I think that President Hinckley embodied all of the good things that all of us should follow.
Next up was Senator Walker.
It strikes me that he had a big picture, eternal perspective in the decisions that he was given. And as Senator Van Tassel says, he thought outside the box. And I think that it behooves us all to keep a big picture, eternal 30,000-foot perspective in the decisions that we make here in this chamber.
Not being from the majority religion of the state, I can appreciate sometimes having a differing voice, but I have chosen to call Utah home because of the people that are here. I think in large measure the people are made by the communities and the leadership they have, and clearly President Hinckley has been a wonderful leader for Utah, for the followers of the LDS Church throughout the world, and I appreciated his views of compassion and inclusiveness and how far he has led the church in its expansion and in the role of being open to everyone.